flags are dropped for the brackets, that's when the game really starts. And that's when we really want to see how everyone does for survival. As we see the race start, Dark Falls and Chester getting their requisite blue candle that always appears on the first cave in the screen that they start in.
Yep, and they are starting at vanilla level 1. Actually, really good. You're central in the map, so if you take a death anywhere, you're not like too far away from things. As chessjerk immediately gets the first bomb, that's actually could be very important. The first enemy of the game in the bomb dropping group does have a chance to drop a bomb, and chessjerk knows that. So already starting off with 4 bombs is good, and we get a route divergence. Dark Falls is actually going towards the more of the concentrated Armos items, and chessjerk is going more towards the Western Hyrule. Go ahead.
Candle Row seems to be shopping row tonight. We've had shopping locations at every single one of those 3 spots along Candle Row. I noticed 20 rupee. First shop had a blue candle actually taking up the spot. Obviously, we're not going to be buying that because we have it. And we see 101 meat in that last shop. As we find level 9 immediately, and level 7 was found by chessjerk near Candle Row.
Yeah, separate levels right away, but I think these players, as they rightfully should, are going to prioritize those Armos items, especially not going into level 7 too early. If chessjerk may have found level 1, he might have gone in, but I think they're going to prioritize these Armos because they want that free item. So far, not finding it.
Medium secret, 33 rupees for that one, so that's
average.
Middle of the road, I guess.
Not bad.
There's another one.
Could be worse.
And that level 9, by the way, was under one of the Armos statues, so that's a very interesting location for level 9 entrance. As we find the Any Roads, the magical staircases, and that first one right up to the Lost Hills. Not sure I'm a fan of that spot. It can be useful for transport to certain areas if there's a lot of levels up there on Death Mountain. That's Recorder Lake, so we're not going to need the recorder to get into that one today. Moving to the last staircase, that one is, that's right next door. I think northwest, I believe, of the first one. So that's not a good location at all compared to the first one.
No, not terribly good Any Roads. And also, Dark Falls has not found the Armos item, so it is either over in the graveyard area, or it's going to be right here where our players are probably going to converge really short at the blue ring Armos spot here. And that is what Dark Falls is going for right now.
Yeah, it seems that
priority.
It seems that might be where it is, because Dark Falls did clear out that top area, finding level 9 under one of them. And it wasn't over in the other location, so yeah, it has to be up here, one screen north where Dark Falls is right now, and that was something.
That was the bomb upgrade. That's our white sword. The bomb upgrade is near a lake, which we did see one, but I can't remember if that was by the lake, if chessjerk had found it, or if Dark Falls had found it. A red candle!
Small secret for 4, by the way, and red candle is the Armos item. There you go. We got a reliable source of fire.
Yeah, that is a good item to be under the Armos for you. A repeatable weapon early on. So any levels that they see, they're probably going to dive into right now.
And chessjerk getting his red candle from the Armos statue. Dark Falls back to the vanilla level 1 starting screen here, and going to choose another path to explore. I think going the same way chessjerk did earlier, and I think chessjerk's going to eventually, he hasn't exited yet, he's checking out the southwest first, it looks like, but he'll probably, I think he did Candle Row actually already, so he's actually covered the Candle Row area already a little bit.
Yes, he has, and with the candle in hand, chessjerk is going to get his exploration out of the way.
I am Groot.
Alright, we do get our helpful hints, and chessjerk has a bunch of money. Book in 1.
Yeah, book is in 1. The recorder is, I think that was 4, if I saw that correctly.
Yep.
And can you hear me now? Good. Guria rumbles with the wand.
Wow. Well, that's good. And chessjerk knows where level 7 is, so he's going to clear out the rest of this area since he's here, just to kind of get his exploration out of the way. But I imagine he's going into level 7 immediately.
This is a case of good news, bad news. The good news is you know where the wand is. The bad news is it's 33 rooms of torture. Pure
Yeah, and
torture,
interesting enough that Dark Falls is going in here without that knowledge, and if he finds the wand, he's going to be rewarded. It would be interesting if there's a very quick Triforce in here. Dark Falls may skip out on the item, but he'll probably buy those hints. He doesn't have a lot of money right now, but those cheap hints were pretty cheap, and you're going to buy them.
Oh, we have a compass, so the Triforce is up there.
Yeah, speaking of, he might... Oop, that's not going to work.
That did not work. 3 bombs, 0 holes.
So he doesn't have a key here, so he might be kind of stuck.
This could work out to his benefit, because chessjerk's probably going to try and dig level 7 and come to the same conclusion eventually. There's another 33 rupees for chessjerk, so he is financially capable again. I don't think we've seen any door repairs yet. This is going to be... they might all stack themselves up later on in the seed where we need the money later on for something.
Yeah, I haven't seen them. Alright, so Darkfalls is going to get stacked up on money, and he'll make his way, I guarantee it, over towards level 3 to get that same information that chessjerk already has. Chessjerk, meanwhile, is clearing out the graveyard area. Again, just kind of prioritizing a bit more exploration right now, rather than just going straight back into level 7. Maybe trying to find a smaller dungeon to maybe he can pick up a few keys before he goes into 7. That could be a good thing to do.
Oh no,
wow.
Did you see that? Oh, that large secret is the minimum.
We had missed that earlier because I'm sure chessjerk had gotten that, so 50 is the bare minimum. But chessjerk has found level 1. He knows that at least one of the items in here is the book, but this could be a good dungeon, potentially, to get through quickly. Nope, he's just gonna head on out. He doesn't want to use his bomb. He could have bombed, I think, the... Actually, I don't know. Actually, where he was, that key door might have been the only way out of there, if I saw right. So he's key blocked in level 1.
I love that line, by the way. Am I required or not?
Look at this, level 2 right next door.
Now that's actually pretty convenient. 2 small levels right next to each other.
Yeah, and this one especially is very accessible. He can probably pull a ton of keys out of here, because most of the things are going to be bomb walls or open doors in level 2 here, usually.
And he's trying to burn the Gibdos. Unlike in Link to the Past, where one fire rod shot will kill them, you just have to use a lot of fire to kill them in this game. They got an upgrade in this game, apparently, or downgrade in Link to the Past.
Alright, so we don't know the item here in level 2. That's why chessjerk is clearing out these rooms right now. Got a lot of dangerous rooms for the small amount of hearts that they have. Fireballs, and if he takes a Gibdo hug, that is 2 hearts of damage, which he's already down to 2 right now.
Yep,
so he's got to be a little careful. Yep, and here come Darkfalls with his information.
Yeah, with no boomerang to stun, that's a very dangerous room, and chessjerk says no with the bombs. He's already at max bombs. Thank you very much. Gonna move on to the next room.
It's good to recognize that they're there, though, so you can use up some bombs in other rooms, because we did see Wizrobes in this dungeon as well, so the only thing that can kill him ever in Swordless is a bomb.
Yep, that's the only thing in Swordless, and the reason for that is because the wand is the rod is the primary weapon that is used in this particular flag set with this particular type of seed, which is swordless. We got rid of the sharp pointy objects because, you know, some of the runners were, we want to make sure they didn't hurt each other, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, we got rid of the sharp pointy objects, but that means, again, it had no way to be defeated. We had to make something to defeat them, so the rod does that. The problem is, without the sharp pointy objects, we can't really hurt the Wizrobes without bombs, so that's important. Speaking of wizards.
Oh, he got gridded over. There's a little bit of a small movement error there, but does get the wizrobes down and gets a bomb back for his troubles.
He had to use a clip to collect that rupee there. He really wanted that rupee.
Well, he wanted the bomb. There was a bomb in there, actually.
Ah, yeah, there was that too. Okay. Hey, there's a key.
Yeah, see, level 2 is going to be pretty stacked with keys, I think. You're not going to really need to use them all that much. So he's going to come out of here with a lot of keys, and I wouldn't be surprised if he just goes back to level 1 and finishes that out while he's in the air.
So he has his 3 keys now, and oh, hi, wizards. And I think I saw Lionel's in there too.
Rough level 2, but the candle's doing okay for right now.
Oh, we have a doggo.
Let's see if this is the item room.
Nope.
It is not, so he's got to decide, do we want to use a key? He's going to use a key here. It's going to be one room over here.
Yep, this room is by itself, so he's hoping that the item is in here and he can stop searching for that, just go back at the Triforce. But now that we see the room, actually no, it's a floor drop, so it could be any room.
That's right.
And he did not pick anything up there.
Yeah, so that's a little unfortunate. He's still got a few rooms, but some of them are fairly weird with the combat, so I think he's just going
to
leave. And that's an interesting play to not... I didn't see what was guarding the Triforce, because he went through that room, but he's not going to pick up the Triforce thinking, you know, if I pick up the Triforce, and then that kind of sets me on not coming back here. So I can kind of set myself on coming back here when I get the wand or a little bit better defensive power or something like that to see if the floor item is something I want.
I think his decision was to go ahead and hold off on level 2 and see what's in level 1, because he knows there's at least one more item here. Now, I believe he saw the hint and knows that the book is in here, so he's not going to want that wherever that is. If that turns out this push block room is that book, he will not be picking up the book. Well, there's a Triforce. Will he try the block first, or is he going to get the Triforce?
Yeah, with that room, you don't really want that to respawn. That's quite a bit of enemies to clear out, so I agree with this. It's right near the start. Might as well just pick it up and go back in so you don't have to fight that room over.
I think by exiting the dungeon, I think that does respawn the room, though, doesn't it?
It does, but even if you go 6 rooms in the dungeon, if you load up 6 rooms in the dungeon, that room will come back because there's no bubbles in there, there's no enemies left over. Enemies respawn after 6 rooms. So if he would have traveled around level 1 and then gone back to that room, it would have had all the enemies again. And he's got to be careful here with these fast blue Anmola. They do 2 hearts of damage.
He wants to kill one of them and potentially leave the room to get rid of the other one. That didn't work.
Tough luck. They were kind of just standing over in the corner like jerks.
Yeah, they were like, you want to fight us? Come over here. Fight us.
So yeah, let's see if Dark Falls will explore a bit more of 2 than chessjerk did. I think my hunch is no. He's low on keys. He sees wizrobes. He might not do it.
Oh, he's going to try to clip into the block here. Yep, he got it. So
That's
now
smart.
he's completely safe now from the blue Lamolas and will not be able to take any damage from them. So there they are. They're dead. There's a key. Have a nice day. Now, based on the shape of this level, we know that wall on the right was not bombable. So he is following the shape of the level here. This is the 4-way intersection. Very convenient. And an NSU room. Gonna ignore the locked door, gonna go north to see if he can get in there a different way. He can. It just opens, that's convenient.
And here we have our item. One of our items. Let's see if it is the book or if it's something else.
If it's the book, he may use that key to go to the... No, it's the silver arrows! Whoa!
Alright, so part of the puzzle down. We know where the wand is. Now we have the silver arrows. The only thing that is absolutely required so far is the bow left over, which we have not found out where that is.
Chessjerk crosses level 1 off on his list of dungeons. He has 7 levels remaining to find items in and go through. Dark Falls rather is working on that name always confused me for some reason. He's working on level 2 right now.
Wow, we got level 8 as well. This is a very dungeon-heavy graveyard. Don't normally see this, but dungeons back to back to back here. And level 8's another great level to find because it's going to have 2 items in it.
Even the ghosts will have their day. I have to admit, I like the spirited attempt to make this interesting.
Chester's gotta be careful. Down to half a heart here. This is a nasty room. Thanks, old man. Actually, I think that's news to CJ. Dark Falls had found that, but I don't think chessjerk has found level 9.
There's a question on the bomb drop from Dodongo. Because we actually can't force a bomb drop from Dodongo without the sword, because you can't stun him and stab him. You have to actually kill him with the 2 bombs, and the bomb drops are not guaranteed killing with 2 bombs.
Yep, and we do see that the Triforce room in level 2 is guarded by the red Wizrobe, so it's kind of curious that chessjerk didn't just pick up the Triforce and kind of come back to level 2 when he may think he needs to. Because he had the bombs at that point, I believe he still had bombs to kind of clear out that room. But maybe prioritizing his bombs for exploration later.
Oh, did you see that ladder block Goblin room?
Yep. So yeah, he is just gonna hightail it out. Might be going back to level 2. Yeah, going back into level 2. He only has 2 bombs though. He might know where that. I think he maybe remembers where that pack of bombs was on the ground. If he can, if he didn't pick those up, I can't remember.
So Dark Falls found his Triforce level 2. Will he go back for the item? Looks like he has. There's the level 2 map, which chessjerk politely declines. He knows how this level looks. Ooh, that was a quick death for Dark Falls there.
Ouch.
I'm gonna look at the replay and see what killed him there. I didn't even catch it. That was a single Wizrobe beam to the butt. Ooh. Yeah, that Wizrobe beam does 4 hearts, and that's all he has. That's insta-death.
Yeah, chessjerk trying to get some bomb drops from these Gibdo, not really happening. He wants the bomb drops before he goes back into the Wizrobe room, obviously, because 2 bombs is probably not going to do it. But you have to get pretty lucky with the alignment.
I think he's nope, he's going to give it another try. He didn't like the fact he was locked into that room, so had to go back to the start of the dungeon to get another shot at a Wizrobe, but he's out of bombs. And no bombs there either.
Yeah, but Dark Falls is going to enter some unexplored territory that we haven't seen from chessjerk's side. So this is where our item is. Let's see if Dark Falls can get it.
Actually, yeah, Dark Falls.
Are they both? They're both in the same room now. Now they're both.
Yeah, they're the same. Yeah, they're in the same room, but it's different locations. Because look at Dark Falls' map and chessjerk's map. No, it's the same room, but I think it's a different location.
No, they're in the same room. They're in the bottom left.
Oh wait, is Dark Falls? Oh, Dark Falls.
Dark Falls already picked up the Triforce.
His sprite color is different. My mistake. Okay, I'm misreading Dark Falls' map there. His sprite is blue. Or whatever that is.
Looks like we got a nanner.
And Dark Falls will take that for stunning capabilities.
I had been instructed in the Discord just to call that Floored Banana.
I prefer Lord Banana.
So here goes Dark Falls with his 1 key. He's going to go into level 1. A good play since you're right here. And chessjerk is going to make our first real foray into level 7.
Chessjerk finds the bunny breeding grounds. Sail not to save the princess. Raft, we don't need you.
Alright, so we know we don't need the recorder, don't need the raft, so far.
Well, we could still need the recorder if a dig dogger is blocking each other.
True. At least for the overworld, yeah.
And Dark Falls is the first runner to pick up his second Triforce, this one being the level 1 Triforce, which Chessjerk already has.
Yep, and CJ's about to find the bad news of the 3-door Monty that he's going to have to choose. He's going to use up 2 bombs here, probably, because he doesn't want to use the key.
Nope, just one. And he is going to use the key. He has enough keys, he feels he can use one to try and get towards the Triforce.
Oh, he's going to find the item. This is level 7.
He definitely wants the item. For those joining us late, the item in here is the rod, as you see in the mini tracker in the lower left of our screen here. The magic rod is our item in level 7. Neither runner has it yet, so Chessjerk does have the hint for it, which is why we know, and he wants to pick that up. Ooh, and he's getting mugged, and he says, no, I'm not taking that.
Yeah, that in the swordless mode here, that magical rod, wand, whatever you want to call it, is required. That is the only damage output that you can give to Ganon in this flag set. So not only does he want it, he definitely needs it.
And Dark Falls picks up a free key. And he finds his item.
Uh-oh, we got a double block potential staircase here in level 7 guarded by Goma. That's interesting.
That is interesting.
That could be our staircase, but we don't know yet.
Which means we might need the bow to do that, if that's the case.
Yeah. But there's still plenty of rooms here in level 7 to go through.
Dark Falls, meanwhile is on even pegging in terms of items. He picked up his silver arrows. Just doesn't have Lord Banana from level 2, but I'm not sure if he's interested in that or not anyway.
No, he picked up Lord Banana.
Oh, did we not see it marked? Okay,
Everybody...
it might not be marked on his tracker.
Yeah, he definitely just used it. But yeah, they both picked up the banana.
Yeah, he has it. He definitely has it, yep.
And Dark Falls, I think, got the hint that the book was in here. I think. I'm not sure if he actually bought that or not, if he bought all the hints.
I don't think he bought it all.
Okay. Yeah, it's the book. And we'll see if it's like a frustration weirdness going on, or if he suddenly realizes. Oh, there it is. But he's already picked up the... Did he already pick up the Triforce? Or maybe that's why he was... No, he already did, yeah.
Yep, he was out there quickly when he saw the book. Didn't even play around to burn it.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of memes when you're in a race against somebody like Chessjerk.
Yeah, in a race, you're all business.
I've seen too many races come down to a matter of seconds.
Oh, me too.
So yeah, Darkfall's finding level 8 here. We know that Chessjerk didn't get too far, found a ladder block, but there could have been other ways around it, but decided to get out of level 8 a bit quick and go towards level 7. I'm surprised a little bit that Darkfall's... He definitely knows where the wand is, because he did buy that hint. I'm surprised that he is still in level 8 at 24 minutes in, not going into level 7 at this point. He's pretty resource heavy.
That is pretty surprising. I think he wants to get what he can done here while he's in the area anyway, because like you said, there's a lot clumped. Oh, shoot.
But level 8 here is not actually that far from start.
So that room was that Chessjerk ended up in with the chute room ended up being a soft lock situation. Literally, the light legs were on the other side of the chute, and you were locked in, so he had no choice but to start to up B out of there.
I think this is some extra areas of level 8 that we didn't see on chessjerk's side. I don't recall these rooms, but he's not finding the staircase that he wants. There's going to be 2 items under the staircases here in level 8. So far, we found the transport, and the next 2 stairs are going to be those items.
Yep, he is still going into level 8, so he's still digging it. chessjerk is, meanwhile, 1 room away from the Triforce. He opened a locked door to get to it. He has 1 key left. And the Triforce just requires defeating 3 tiny little gels. That's the easiest Triforce ever. Almost.
Yeah, easy one, but he's definitely gonna search as many rooms in here as possible. He needs to be very careful.
Oh, I saw that coming. I saw that coming.
That will be an easier room when he goes into it this next time, if he does go down that way, because now he knows to anticipate that room. It's kind of hard to anticipate what room you're going to walk into with what enemy set. CJ taking a moment to contemplate life, potentially.
Yeah, I think he was taking a moment to contemplate his life choices to this point in this scene. I don't think he was very happy to run into a shutter door situation with 2 very fast-moving snakes ready to murder him for not picking up the Triforce. That was what you call epic punishment.
I think this room right here was the, yep, there is the Chevy room that is blocking the rest of level 8 for the most part. So we'll see what Dark Falls can get done in here.
One thing I'm noticing is they both are pretty good on money right now, 164 and 139. So if they do have to buy meat, they are well equipped for that. If they find they need an extra key, which I think they're okay for right now, they can get another key if they want to. So they do have some options in terms of shopping if they need to. Will they get enough and decide to buy the blue ring? Who knows?
Yeah, but do remember we haven't seen a lot of those muggers. So with only 50 as the large secret, right? I think it was 50.
I think you mean door repairs.
That's what I mean. Yeah. Sorry, what did I say?
Said muggers.
Oh, well, okay. The muggers of the overworld that are taking your money.
Yeah. Except you can't say no to them. You actually have to pay them as soon as you walk in.
Unless you're really quick, you can up an A out of it.
Yeah, they're the real muggers.
But yeah, with only we have quite a few of those left over, and with only 50 on the big secret, this could get interesting. chessjerk is making his way through level 7 here, not too shabby.
Darkfall simply wants to get the Triforce right now, I think. I think he's given up on the item for the time being. Unless these are rooms he hasn't explored yet. Ooh. Oh, what a nice dodge by that Vire. Oh, hi, Stoffels.
This might not be a room that he was in before. It is an item.
Ladder!
It's a ladder! Alright, we actually haven't seen the coast item yet.
Yeah, that's unusual for 28 minutes into the race.
Yeah, well, when you know you want to go to level 7 and it's nowhere near the coast. And here is the staircase in level 7, and there is the wand all the way up in the nose of the lizard here.
Yep, it's
that is very good for chessjerk.
Second room in the top row, and Dark Falls is 1 room away from his Triforce. He's actually going north. He wants to find the second item if he can. He finds he got locked in and doesn't want to fight that thing, so sorry, Manhandler, not fighting right now. He's going to have to make the trip all the way back up there just to get the Triforce again. So we've seen a couple cases like that now, with the chessjerk in level 7 went down in the Land Mola Insanity and got locked in, and now Dark Falls went up north from next to the Triforce room, from west of the Triforce room, walked into Manhandler's room, got locked in. So we have bosses really forcing the issue in this scene.
Yeah, chat pointing out that with that ladder pickup, Dark Falls can go south now through that Chevy room, which he might end up doing. He's already explored a lot of this level 8.
And he can get the coast item very quickly, too, by doing a screen scroll. I think if I'm not mistaken, this is in the graveyard right now.
Sort of, yeah. It's on the sort of eastern grave. It's next to the Armos.
So Dark Falls goes back into the Triforce lead with the level 8 Triforce, chessjerk having level 7. Dark Falls was level 2 to his name.
Yeah, so Dark Falls finishes at level 8, but he's going back in. He has that ladder now. He can explore the south. I like this play. Just do it now. You're here.
Yeah.
You got one item. You know what you're looking for.
Get it done. Get out of there. Now, there are 2 other items that are not on our tracker in the lower left corner here as well. There's a heart container and a magical key that we have to account for in the items as well. We already have seen the book. That was in level 1 with the silver arrows. So, what will the second item in level 8 be? We're going across the Chevy room right now, and hi, Gleok. We'll take that key, but we don't really want to fight you, so if you'll excuse us, please. Thank you very much. We'll be out of here now. Nope, don't shoot us. We'll be out of here now. Bye.
I think CJ is going to check these forgotten spots and then head right back into level 8. 2 items that he wants, and it's very close to him. And now with the wand equipped, this could be a very quick, much quicker level 8 for chessjerk than it was for Dark Falls.
Dark Falls quit without doing the screen scroll from the graveyard. He didn't go back to start to do the screen scroll there. That was interesting.
Yeah, it's not really an advantage to do that at where he was. He's not like super close to the coast. It would have taken a long walk to do it. So you might as well up an A and go and start clearing out more overworld to find more dungeons while you're making your way towards the coast.
I can respect that. chessjerk grabs level 2 Triforce. We are now tied once again in Triforces.
Yep, and here goes CJ back into level 8. He's going to be happy to get the ladder, and we'll see if he ends up doing more of level 8 and finding that second item now that he has the wand as well.
We found our door repair.
There it is.
By my count, I'm looking at a 175 to a 151. That was a 24 door repair. For those who...
That might be our bomb upgrade for the white sword, but 4 hearts is not going to do it.
And for those who missed it, our door repair message today was, and I quote, "Go!" Oh. So Dark Falls gets his 50 large secret and then immediately spends 24 on a door.
Yep, and chessjerk has already been in this area of level 8, but he's going to try to just maneuver around where he's sort of been. Hopefully get some bombs off of these guys will kind of help him out. Or just the 4-drop, you know.
Okay, we are 2 screens away from seeing what's on the coast here. Nope, not anymore.
That's bad. That's a long trek back. It's not the trek you want to do. It's not terribly long, but it's long enough to where that's a good minute or so.
So we'll probably follow a different path now so we can check some other areas if he can. Because I think there are still a few screens he can go through to check other locations. So we'll see what kind of path he takes if there's anything left for him to open. I think he still has some things on the second row from the bottom he can open up. And chessjerk finding himself locked in a Gilmore room. Dark Falls, ooh, 51 for the cheap meat. Yeah, that's a very easy purchase when you have a lot of money. 51 for meat is not bad in case you ever need it. But I think I'm trying to think if we actually saw that already. We saw a am I required or not. Is that the bait block?
That would be the bait block. And it's just an interesting purchase, even if you haven't seen it. I would rather save my money personally for like keys, since we don't have the any key.
Well, the reason he has a lot of money. He had over 200 rupees, so he wanted to at least get something out of the rupees so he could actually pick up more of the secrets, knowing that a 50 secret would have maxed out his wallet anyway. So. So he didn't get to the coast on that trip. He's taking a different route once again. Now I was in the area where I think he still has some things to open up here. If he goes one south, I don't think he's seen that yet. Maybe he hasn't, I've forgotten.
Yeah, Chester's gonna find his ladder right here.
Yep, he has his ladder. Now, will he go north to, from the room next to the Triforce and get locked in with a handless? He could choose to try and fight it with a bomb and get out of there. Oh, he saw it already? Ah, okay.
He's already fought it. So he knows to go to the right, and he'll probably pick up his Triforce at the moment, and then he might head back in, knowing that the bow is still at large, and he has the ladder to get through the rest of level 8 here.
Yep, he did see the lock there earlier, so he does know that he has to go through there.
And I missed what was on the coast.
I tried to check the replay, and I didn't catch it either. Jeez, he snuck it in there on us when we weren't watching.
I was checking out CJ. Oh, it was the boomerang. So it was the bloomerang?
It was the hunk of supposedly better metal that is considered to be inferior. And that Dark Knight is trying to say no ladder access. Yep, he found a hole. And Vanilla level 2 today has a medicine shop. Now, he did pick up the letter, so I guess he just didn't want to see the medicine prices yet, since he's still exploring, and he doesn't want to waste time with the text in the event he finds another one in the future.
And this is still an interesting play from Dark Falls. You know, he's already been through level 1, level 2, been through most of level 8, saw the coast item now and could grab it. And he's known that the wand has been in level 7 for 40 minutes almost, maybe 30-ish minutes, and has not made the play back yet. Chessjerk finds the raft in level 8 and knows that that's not required, so doesn't even pick it up.
Yep, we know that because of the hint, sail not to save the princess. We know that's not necessary. So it could be locking a pile of rupees somewhere, but we're not going to be picking that up today. So doesn't matter what's there.
Oh, Chad is pointing out that Dark Falls may have not bought the hint for the wand. He definitely found that hint shop, and they were fairly cheap. I thought he had enough money at that time, but maybe he didn't. Maybe he didn't buy all the hints.
I didn't think he bought any of the hints. He might have bought one, but I didn't see him buy all 3 hints.
That would make sense with his play right now.
Dope.
Yeah, Chad is saying that he only purchased 1 hint, which maybe that's why he went into level 1 too, that he didn't know that the book was the second item in there. He might have gotten the 3rd hint from there, which was a Gliok Lurks, right? It was the level 4 hint, I think. So yeah, 2 hints that would have been kind of helpful. He has not found. He does have the money now and hasn't gone back towards the helpful hint shop.
It looks like Dark Falls is exploring the northwest or northeast corner of the map right now. Dope. So down to 120 rupees. Chessjerk is very financially healthy right now with 211 rupees. I could see him wanting to buy something now that he's at 247 rupees or 44 rupees.
And yeah, the only thing he's going to buy is keys. Like, there's really nothing else he's going to buy at this point. He has the silver arrows. If he found the second hint shop, which we haven't done yet, that would be a good thing. But we don't know if we're going to really find that or not. And I don't know if they probably have seen a key shop, but I don't know how much the keys were, if they were relatively cheap or not.
I want to say they were somewhere in the 90s, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, 94, there it is. So there's your key price.
And it's interesting, I might have bought a key there. But either way...
Dark Falls in level 6.
Dark Falls did find level 6 at the waterfall.
He might go north and check the screen there first, and I wonder if he'll come back and check level 6 right away after that. Oh, he doesn't have the wand yet either. Not rod yet either, so he does still... Oh, level 3 is up here.
And he does find a level 3.
So the two more levels right next to each other.
Yeah, this sort of row, 2 rows on Hyrule here have contained over half the levels.
This scene is brought to you by Clumping.
And Chessjerk, the only thing he hasn't done of Hyrule here is the sort of upper part and Death Mountain. I imagine he's going to find level 6 and level 3 pretty soon.
Chester checking out the staircases right now. I actually find it strange that he didn't actually see these yet, because he just checked all 4 of them again right now. If he had seen them, he just redid them. Darkfall's taking a dirt nap in the desert in level 3. Well, actually, no, that was south of the desert. So it takes a death at level 3. That might have been intentional. He saw the goal, but he saw it was locked in. So I think he did that intentionally. And there's one of the properties of virus. If you're in a doorway and they bounce, they'll still hit you. And that's another death of Dark Falls.
Yeah, those Vires do 1 heart of damage, so you can only take a few bops before you're down for the count.
Nice kill of that last one that had not been broken up yet. Just a couple bats left. There we go. We're going out of here. As Chessjerk runs into Homer.
So yeah, we don't know what is in level 3 or 6. Darkfall's making obviously the right play to go into 3 first. See if he can't get... the most important things for him to get would be the bow, but he would definitely take a red ring at this point. And he doesn't know where the wand is, so he might think that the wand is in here.
Darkfall's still working on the mummies. Chessjerk picks up his Candygram. So now both runners are at 6 hearts. If they want to, they can pick up the White Sword bomb location, the +2. Just to explain what that item is, it's a +2 bomb upgrade, guaranteed +2 bomb upgrade. There are 2 of those in the seed, so if you were to pair those with the 2 bomb upgrades that you can normally get in the seed, and if they were to each have 6 bombs, you can have a maximum of 24 bombs in these in this flag set.
Sometimes that is very nice, but when you already have the wand, chessjerk's not really going to prioritize that.
I've actually seen a scene where those bombs were filled up and emptied and filled up and emptied, and oh my, that was a nasty scene.
Oh, here is the item in level 3 for Dark Falls.
Ooh, power bracelet. Now, we have not seen a hint for the power bracelet yet, so this is a good pickup just in case something were to be behind one of the power bracelet spots. I think there are... I don't think we've seen level 4 or level 5 yet, so they could be behind power bracelet spot.
That is true. We still have Death Mountain to go, but that power bracelet may be needed.
Hey, they're both in level 3.
High fives.
Yeah. Dark Falls luckily not getting handled there. Heads over to a room of Stalfos, while chessjerk is catching up going through the Vire room right now. Very nicely cleaned out.
Dark Falls has explored a decent amount of this level 3. I think he's going to run in the Triforce pretty soon.
Like right there. Right now. That was, well, to be honest with you, that was pretty soon. And now he's going to probably head down to level 6.
And yeah, you're going to see how quickly, how much more quickly chessjerk is going to clear out this level 3 when he has that wand. Oh, Adagino's pointing out in chat that he had the compass, so he knew that that was the room. Mm-hmm. I didn't realize that he actually cleared out that room.
chessjerk actually has the compass as well.
Yep.
Ooh, this could be... Gleok returns with the... Well, thank you, old man. We know that already. You mean this ladder, right?
Alright, so chessjerk picks up his level 3 Triforce, mainly just because he's so far out of the way. He's definitely going to go back in to find the item, but he's all the way down in the bottom spot anyway. Might as well just pick that up so you don't have to backtrack.
Dark Falls is about as far away from this Triforce as you can be. Almost got grabbed by a hand there.
Yep, and here comes chessjerk going to find... Oh, hey, thanks.
Yeah, we don't care, old man. Burn.
It's pretty much going to be there, but at least he doesn't know that he doesn't need the power bracelet for level 4. Finds the transport staircase in level 6.
And chessjerk joins Dark Falls in level 6.
Yeah, and this could be a staircase here with these Gibdo. Nope, just a floor drop of bombs that he doesn't need, but he'll keep that in mind.
This looks like a very simple room: a rope, a vire, and hands. Gonna walk right through.
And that was
and there was another staircase.
Yep. So this is the item.
Oh, that was the Triforce room.
Yep. Yep.
Well, that's convenient. And there's a heart container. Now we still have not seen the magical key, I don't believe. So we still have that item up for grabs, as well as the bow, which we absolutely need, and the. That's it.
Yeah, Red Ring is still out there. I'm sure.
Oh yeah, Red Ring. I thought
would
I
pick that
said
up.
Whoops. Yeah, Red Ring I meant to say too. And 2 of those are in level 9. What would you say to a bow and a magical key in level 9?
I think that'd be great. I mean, it's not a bow and wand in level 9. You know, they're still going to be able to go through level 9 probably fairly quickly, even if the bow is in there with kind of equipped as they are. So yeah, chessjerk is going to be out of this level 6 pretty quickly. He's going to find... He knows the Triforce is next door, and he is going to find his heart container. Be interesting to see if he picks up that heart container. He might not want to waste the time.
On 6 hearts, it might be a good idea. Just for 6 hearts, he might just well, take a guess, chat. Pick it up or not?
I'm going to say no.
If you said yes, congratulations. You win absolutely nothing. Please enjoy your nothing.
All right, Darkfall's back into the hint shop, and he is about to find out the news that you probably wish you would have known about 40 minutes ago. I guess he didn't buy any hints because he's... Maybe he didn't buy any because he's rebuying them. Maybe he doesn't remember which one he did buy, if that was something he bought, but there we go. Now he knows.
Now he knows.
That he needs to be in 7.
And he's probably thinking, oh no, chessjerk already found this, so he probably feels he's behind right now.
Yeah, those were fairly cheap and in a spot that was pretty easily accessible. He's got to feel not great about that when you're facing chessjerk and it's 52 minutes in and now you finally know where the wand is and it was accessible.
Yeah, he's gonna hightail to level 7 right now, try to save some time, get it as quick as he can, and use the rest of the dungeons.
So yeah, that was just my mistake. I knew he found that hint shop early, and I thought I sort of looked away and thought he had bought those hints because I thought he had the money at the time, and either he didn't have the money or didn't want to spend the money. But that could be, I mean, it's proved to be slightly a mistake either way against a player like chessjerk who had bought those way earlier.
That bunny is not letting Darkfalls in. It took him a little while to get in there. You got the bomb hole open, but the bunny just got in the way and didn't want to let him through, and they hurt if you touch him. He gets the sail not hit and flares up that old man too. Thank you, old man. Takes the key and gets out of there with half heart of health. He's going to get the sail not hit once again.
Ooh, and those bunnies. And you gotta be careful when you start with 3 hearts. They take away 2 without any rings, and they like to jump around, just like House of Pain.
Advisory to visitors: please do not pet the bunnies. Oh, we found the gambling district again.
Alright, so chessjerk doing more of Death Mountain here. We know that level 4 is up here, and there's level 5, so we know that the last 2 dungeons that we have to find are not going to be power bracelet blocked.
Yep, so that means that since we know where level 9 is, that means the power bracelet is not required in order to defeat the game. A feat of strength is not required to save the princess today.
TikToker gazes on death. Thank you.
Thank you, game.
Thanks for telling us where we are.
Useful hint. Top quality.
Oh, nice Triforce.
That was early.
Yeah, it's interesting that he picked that up because he knows what's in level 4 from the hint. And maybe he's... I mean, he doesn't know what's in level 5.
He might go back and dig it.
Yeah.
Yeah, here he goes. I mean, that's the only level we don't know ourselves aside from level 9, so this would actually complete the seed for us in terms of where everything is. So as soon as we find out what this item is in level 5, we will give you a full rundown of where everything is in this seed as we come up close to the 1 hour mark here.
And I mean, either way in here, he's going to want to more than likely pick up the item. Because, like you said, he will. It's the any key, the red ring, or the bow.
I was going to say this could be it, but it was a transport staircase. So here we go to the other side. I think he moved quite a... No, that's actually right next door. That's literally right next door. And he got mugged. Goma creeps along the river. You don't say.
And that was an interesting... So he gave up his bomb, but now he might need to use the bomb that he doesn't have. I think he's realizing that he doesn't have the bomb anymore because he just gave it up. Not only does he take away 1 from the total, you lose the bomb that you had.
Yep, this might be a case where he goes looking for the bomb upgrade now to get a free refill. We'll see if he decides to do that if he hasn't already.
He's got these dark notes right outside. He might just keep reloading this room like he's going to.
Yep,
this is smart. It's right here. You're gonna get a bomb drop hopefully soon with 4.
Right there.
4 guys. Yep.
And hey, it's up 3 more.
Full refill.
Bomb's refilled. No bomb upgrade needed. Moving on. Oh, rude snakes. Rude statues. Rude old man. I'm kidding. Oh, hi, Archimedes. Makes his way around safely. It doesn't pick up the bombs as he decided he didn't need them. And it probably wasn't safe anyway.
He didn't really want to die, that's for sure. And for 1 bomb. But here is the item. Let's see what it is.
Red ring. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at 58. Well, we're almost at 58. We are going to be at 58 minutes into the seed. We can now give you a full rundown as we mark that red ring on the tracker and mark the bow in level 9. We'll be able now to tell you where everything is in this seed. Level 1 has the silver arrows and the book, which we do not want. Level 2 had Lord Banana. Level 3 had the power bracelet, which is not required. Level 4 has the recorder. We don't know yet if there's a dig dogger somewhere. Level 5 had the red ring, which we just saw. Level 6 had the heart container item. The level 7 had the magic rod, which we need to beat Ganon. Level 8 had the raft, not needed, and the ladder. Level 9, by process of elimination, has the bow and the magic key, which I kind of suggested earlier, so I'm actually happy now. The Armos item was the red candle, and the coast item was the scrap metal. And that is your item list for the sea, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, bow and any key in level 9, pretty amazing. I mean, keys haven't been too much of an issue, besides being blocked out of level 7 a bit early. They really haven't had too many key issues.
Yeah, they've... look at chessjerk right now, he has 5 keys. Like, I'm surprised he didn't, when the mugger said leave 2 keys, I'm surprised he didn't do that, because he's pretty good with keys right now. Maybe he's just concerned more about level 9.
Yeah, and, you definitely don't want to go down too far. Darkfall's picking up his wand here at level 7. That's great.
59 minutes and 24 seconds. Darkfalls can now beat Ganon, but he still needs the bow from level 9 anyway, so...
Mm-hmm. Well, going back, I think chessjerk did make the right play there. When you have a choice of you're at like 4 or 5 keys when you go to that mugger, and it's 1 bomb versus 2 keys, those keys can be a priority. I prioritize keys over bombs all the time. Or excuse me, yeah, prioritize keys over bombs to like I'll use bombs or give up bombs a lot more than I will give up keys. Because I've seen level 9 just devour keys.
Oh, it can happen.
Alright, so Darkfall's gonna come down and get that. Nope, not get that bong rip. That's the magical one. Yep.
Meanwhile, we're having a discussion on NES peripherals in the chat room. So chessjerk has his final Triforce. That means he has all 8 Triforces, and that means he's off to level 9. And this might be a good time, Ram Effect, if you want to run down what they're looking for and listening for in level 9.
We need to find the pig. We need to kill the pig. But we also need to find the bow first. That's like priority number 1, find the bow. It is in level 9 now. Then we want to find a pig, kill the pig, and then find a princess.
More specifically, you'll be able to hear the roaring of Ganon. And by going to a couple rooms that neighbor him, you can discern exactly where he is. But of course, they're not going to want to go in there until they have the bow. chessjerk does get his white sword bomb upgrade. I think that was the white sword one. Yep. Yeah, that was the white sword one. And then, of course, the girl's door will not open until Ganon is defeated. So if you find one that does not open with enemies all defeated, there she is. If you find one that opens when you've defeated the pig, there she is. Of course, in the latter case, the question is, why are you not getting in there as quick as you can?
All right, here we go. 1 hour, 2 minutes in. And even at that, like, we know that chessjerk has quite the lead here, but even at an hour 2 with these flag sets, sometimes we've had a bunch of people finishing pretty quickly. It can't feel too good going in, especially when you know you got to find an item.
No, he is definitely probably concerned. He knows that there have been some sub-hour times in this tournament, and he is over an hour going in. So I am sure he is concerned that Darkfalls could finish at any moment here, especially because this, as you said earlier, this is a 2-0 matchup. So obviously these runners both had to win 2 difficult matches already just to get to this matchup. Darkfalls thinking about the raft and eventually says no and gets out of there.
Yep, he's remembering that hint that he found. It's kind of interesting that he went back into level 8. I mean, he had not too many more rooms to do, and you got to come up to Death Mountain anyway. But interesting play.
Testing bomb holes, only one works. Oh, hi.
Yeah, we got a ladder. He knows how to clip this. If the bubbles don't give him too much trouble.
He's gonna sneak his way across there. There he goes. 8 keys going into that room. My goodness. I thought that was gonna be a hit room for a second, but it's just a black room of mummies. Nice heads-up thinking from chessjerk to use one of those bombs before picking up the next batch of them. Gave him all 4 of his bombs that way, and we are checking a staircase that has nothing. It's just transport.
There's going to be a lot of transport staircases in here. This could be a while. Could be quick, could be a while. You never know with these level 9s where you got to find an item.
Absolutely correct. 6 sets of transport staircases, 2 item staircases. That's 14 staircases in all in this level. So this could take a while, as you said. Or if it's near the start, which in this case apparently it wasn't, then it can be found very quickly. And there is a reason, by the way, that level 7, or level 9 rather, is known as the Great Equalizer. There's a reason we call it that. As he gets his magical key, those 7 keys that he has are no longer important. He can give the mugger any amount of keys that he wants to, because You know, he doesn't need him anymore. Oh, hi, Ganon.
We do hear the roar of Ganon.
Not here. He's going to try to centralize exactly where that roar is coming from, so he's going to probably check left and... Nope, he's just going to go down.
He still needs to find that one. He's just going to keep prioritizing that. Now he knows kind of where to go with Ganon. There's no real need to open that up and find that right now.
Apologies for coughing there.
Alright, so we have 1/3 of the level 9 puzzle down. Meanwhile, Darkfalls is finding level 5, and this is one of the last dungeons that he needs, and the only one that he doesn't know where the item is, or what the item is, excuse me.
There's a question in chat, has he found both items? No, he has only found one item. The bow is the other item in here. So we know he has to find that. Yeah, it looks like we may have found Zelda.
Yeah, interesting. So that's two parts. And
Oh, hi!
Ganon.
Thankfully this is a bomb hole, so he can just leave, but he may try and bomb through the room first, which is exactly what he's trying to do. Bo could be on the other side, for all we know. He checked 2 rooms, checking the map to make sure if he has to check this one, he checks. None of them open up. Only one access point to Ganon today.
Interesting.
And nice big black room, too, so that's not a hard room to fight him in at all. At all.
Nice floor drop of bombs there. That's what he was definitely looking for.
I think Darkfalls just tried to toast the old man who told him the Dig Dogger hint for where he is, and fired south instead. Didn't hang around to try it again. He does get his Triforce, though, and that's his 7th Triforce by our tracker. So he still needs level 4. Will he dig for the red ring? Very possibly, because he obviously will still be looking for the bow. Yep,
yeah, I think I would. I think I would at this point. You know, you got good items left over. Like I said, he's one of 3 items, and he'll take all of them. All right, chessjerk is in the northeast now. I don't think we've been up here too much.
And entering a mug room from the north and takes damage walking through the old man. Old man is strong.
Yep, and CJ unfortunately finds another transport staircase. Takes him not too far from where he was. He's probably happy about that because I think he wants to be in this northeast part.
Well, now he's in the southeast. Oh, I'm looking at Darkfalls, oops. So this seed's coming down to where the bow is located for chessjerk. This is a push block room. This could be it. You'll have to fight this Patra. Nicely done.
No, yeah, it's always nice to have the red ring in here. Oh, he does find a
staircase. That could be an item. That's not an item. At this point, every staircase you're like, okay, this has got to be... Oh. So that bomb hole opened up a wall. And... Oh, look. Key door.
Well, he's got the any key, so...
Yep.
He just wants more bombs. He's trying to kill these Gibdos for more bombs. He's only got one. It's not really where you want to be. And he's already been through that key door. So... Yeah, he has a path to a couple more rooms that he didn't explore in the northeast. I think he's going to try to head back there.
There is a red ring for Dark Falls. And he will be out of here as soon as he picks that up. There it is.
Yep, and Dark Falls will find level 4 here, which is his last dungeon, but he knows the item in here. He bought all the hints, so he knows the item in here. So this could be a quicker level 4 for him.
A chunk of rooms in the middle of that map for chessjerk that have not been explored yet. That bow could be anywhere in that middle chunk for all we know, or off in one of the other corners.
Yep, and running into Patra Infestation here.
Yeah, we found the Patra zone. And there's a Gliok room. Well, yeah, I think that's a Gliok one. There we go. That's another Patra down. He's going to use that to explore the shutter door to the left. And that one closes behind him.
Yeah, but we are in some uncharted territory, and this is a room I don't think... maybe he wasn't here before. Yeah, he's done a lot of these times.
I want to say he was. I want to say he was in this one. This was lower down. Up here was uncharted territory. So going north would be a... I think that's the room he hasn't been to. I could be wrong, though. Hey!
You have a reverse C.
This could be
something.
It pushes. What do we have as Dark Falls gets his last Triforce? chessjerk finds his bow. Ladies and gentlemen, at 1 hour, 12 minutes, and 59 seconds, chessjerk is in go mode, and he knows where both Ganon and the girl are located.
Bow mode. Yeah, but he found a bomb hole to go over towards Ganon a bit quicker.
Now, he did check this... I thought he checked that hole earlier. Maybe he didn't.
No, I don't think he did.
We heard Ganon, so... oh, he was trying to find a path over there because he knows he's to the left.
Yeah, he knows he's to the left of this room.
But none of the other holes opened up. None of them opened up. So he has to find his way around. It might be back through another staircase. But he's trying to find his way around so he can access it from the north right now.
Huh. Dark Falls has entered level 9. But that bow was... I mean, it wasn't a hard path to get to, so he could potentially find it pretty quick.
Yeah, that bow was crucial.
Paratroopa, yes, he does know where Zelda is, and he knows where Ganon is. Just needs to get there.
I think he's on the path now. Here it is. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Ganon. And we have the magic rod, obviously, is our weapon, so 8 hits will get him down. That's 1 hit, no stun lock. Ganon throwing some fire at him, because he's finding the good hiding spots today, but now we got the stun lock. That's 5 hits, 6 hits, 7 hits, and ladies and gentlemen, silver arrow to the gut, and we have bacon. And now he just has to go find the girl, which we know where she is. Darkfall's make his way back through the NSU room, through that darkened floor. There's a shutter door.
There it is.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have our winner with an official SRL time. Did he not? Oh, I don't think he got
kicked out of the SRL room, but he is done.
He got kicked. So now his official SRL time is 1 hour, 15 minutes, and 55 seconds. Now it's official. He got pinged out, it looks like, about an hour ago there. So he got in. We'll see if he wants to join us here. Looks like chessjerk will be joining us here momentarily, so we're still going to follow Dark Falls in the meantime. He finds one of the Patras. And I see him in the waiting room. I think he's getting mic checked, and then he'll be brought in to join us. And there he is, chessjerk. GG.
Thank you very much. How you doing?
Doing okay. How did you feel about that seed tonight?
Not too bad, although I took the absolute scenic tour of level 9 as usual, so hey, that's the way it goes. But overall, not too bad. Early red candle was always nice, and had good knowledge from hints, although it took 8 million hours to dig the wand out of 7, it felt like it just took absolutely forever.
Yeah, being in the tip of the nose almost is going to do that, and you were key blocked early from really progressing in it.
Yep.
But really, here was the sort of the story here on Dark Falls' side. He didn't actually buy those hints until much later after you. I can't remember. He found them pretty quickly.
He found them in the first 10 minutes, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, but didn't either. I can't remember if he didn't have the money or just chose not to do that at that moment. But without that wand hint, he was kind of going around everywhere else besides level 7 for quite a good amount of the seed. So once you had found that wand, it was just off to the races.
Yeah, I definitely believe. I mean, especially those hints weren't too expensive either. So I definitely felt like that was the best play. Although, I mean, seeing a 50 rupee quote-unquote big secret, yeah, that definitely makes you think twice. But I was worried definitely that getting the wand possibly earlier might not have helped too much, because I did find literally every other item as well. It didn't really save me a whole lot of time.
Yeah.
Although I didn't find the recorder, but I didn't. I was pretty sure I didn't need it. So.
Yeah, I don't think Dark Falls picked up his record either. We're not going to get to play Name That Tune today, so no music. So those of you in chat who want to play Name That Tune, sorry, try next race.
Did CJ? Sorry. I didn't see his.
Sorry, it spoiled it on my. I think it said Mega Man 10 Nitro Man. I believe it said.
Oh, okay.
Me being not someone who's ever played Mega Man 10, I couldn't tell you.
And is that different from Mega Man X?
It is.
Yeah, I know.
If you're asking me, you're asking the wrong guy.
Mega Man 9 and Mega Man 10 were on the Wii eShop as standalone titles in the 8-bit genre, before Mega Man 11 went to what we now know Mega Man 11 to be. And Mega Man X came out, I think, back in 1993. I actually have the cartridge for that one on the SNES.
Yeah, I knew that was on the SNES. I was just playing around. Yeah, so Dark Falls is taking the scenic tour of level 9 here as well, unfortunately. Just finding staircases, you're going to take staircases when you're trying to search out that bow. But yeah, chessjerk here, you are moving on to 3-0.
Say it ain't so. I can't believe it.
It ain't so.
It ain't so. Nah, not a chance.
Yeah. How did you feel?
Knowing my competition, odds of being 3-1 are pretty high.
I was actually going to ask as well, knowing that you were going in level 9 about an hour and 2 minutes, were you wondering whether Dark Falls was going to have a dot done any moment there, knowing this was a 2-0 matchup?
Well, it didn't help that I saw I got kicked out of IRC about 10 minutes into the race, and I don't know if you noticed, I paused at least on two different times trying to log back into IRC and failing to do so. So I just gave up on that. And that kind of took some of it away because I wasn't going to know if he finished ahead of me because I wouldn't have seen it. So
we did notice at one point you did pause. We thought it was right after one of those locked door things. We thought you might have been grating your teeth a little bit, pondering your life choices, but maybe that was one of those times you're trying to log back in.
To be fair, I was probably doing both. I was multitasking. It's very important to multitask in speedruns, you know? You gotta do as many things together as possible.
Very much so.
Don't worry, CJ. It'll be me and you matched up, and then you'll beat me like you always do in tournaments. I think you'll be fine.
So you set me up. I see what you're doing. I'm not falling for it. I'm not going to take it.
Seriously though, CJ has I think beaten me in every tournament match that we've been matched up against. You've beaten me. So.
And I think my combined time of victory must be about 2 minutes total amongst all of our races.
Yeah, that might be right.
We always have really, really close races.
And that's what it's all about.
That's right. The drama. The good type of drama. That's a race to the finish.
So in other words, you need to do something that your opponent will not do before you.
Exactly.
We were just talking, I think the last commentary that I did, we were talking about the meta game and the metaing of the meta game, kind of mind games going on. It's pretty fun. And there's people like you know, that you could go up against and you can actually try to meta, but you don't know if they're trying to meta as well. It's just very interesting.
I always go for the double reverse meta myself. Don't ask me what that. Don't ask me what that means. I just made it up.
As long as it's a close race, I don't care. I like it.
That's right.
Are you sure it's not the same as the double secret meta?
No, it is entirely different. But if you want to know about it, I can't tell you anything. I was hoping you knew what it was.
Otherwise, you have to kill me.
I want to say that. That's too morbid.
It's a trademark secret. You must maintain the secrets of the meta.
I see Darkfall's also paid a bomb to an evil old man, just like I did. I think it's his. Yeah, I really regretted that too, because I paid it in level 5.
Yeah, we noticed
it literally got me absolutely nowhere. I was thinking, oh, why didn't I just obey? Just save the bomb.
And then you had to go through and do the dark nut fighting on the overworld just to get your bomb back.
I felt like I had really bad bomb luck the entire run. I mean, I was trying. I don't know if you noticed early on. I was trying to get a 10 count early on with getting the bomb on the 1 count, and twice in a row I killed an enemy on either 8 count or 10 count. I'm thinking, oh, come on, Red Octorox, just get out of the way. I'm not trying to kill you in this order. It's very frustrating. That's what I get for trying to count.
You did get the most important bomb drop, and that was the first bomb drop.
Oh yes, it always feels so good to get the first one.
Darkfalls picks up a clock in a Wallmaster room, has to reset the room.
Classic. I did that at least once, I think.
Yeah, I think you did it in this exact room.
It was the same room, right? Yeah, I remember. Yeah. I remember it like it was yesterday.
Or about 10 minutes ago.
It could be yesterday. I wouldn't put it past it.
It's actually pretty close. It's pretty close to yesterday for you.
It is. It is. You're right. For us East Coast types.
Oh, you East Coasters.
Yeah, East Coast.
East Coast, Beast Coast.
Except in my case, it's not really East Coast, because up here in Ontario, we also have the Atlantic time zone, so...
well, that's just cheating. We don't allow that.
Hey, I'm not from there. We're not going to talk about that.
Oh, no.
Belmorte knows. Our tracker knows what's up. So yeah, Darkfalls is pretty much doing the same kind of pathing you had done, just needs to find that reverse C, and unfortunately he's just kind of getting locked into staircases going every which way.
It was kind of tough because it was in the middle of the map, and it was kind of tough to route it in your normal progression, because the doors did not take you to the middle at all, or at least it didn't feel like they did.
We noticed there was a big blob in the middle when you checked your map at one point. As he gets his magical key, so now he has his first item, but that's not the one he wanted.
Yeah, but with 2 keys, you'll pick that up.
He'll take it though. It's convenient.
I was so hoping when I found that room, like, oh, here's the bow, and I go right to Ganon, right to Zelda, done. No.
Yeah, you when you had tried bombing the 3 holes in Ganon's room, I remember when you first went in there, and none of them opened up. So I think you bombed 1 hole to the north of where you heard the roar from the right side. That didn't open up. It was like, okay, you're not gonna let me get back over there. Alrighty, let me go the stairs.
I'm still trying to get a seed where Ganon is blocking an important item, and you have to bomb through his room to get it. That's at least the second or third time I've actually tried that, and it hasn't happened yet.
We've seen that in other tournaments. I remember there was one seed that was fairly popular, I guess you could say, or infamous, because the bow was on the other side of a bomb hole through Ganon's room.
I must have missed that one.
I'm gonna say, with all the seeds you've played, you've never had that?
I've never had it.
Okay, I feel like I have. Not a tournament, but I feel like I have. Not very often. Probably only like once, to be honest.
I've only played a couple thousand seeds of overall.
A couple thousand. In
2.5 years I've been doing this?
That's all?
I think so.
I mean, did we start at like the same time?
I mean, I wasn't even speedrunning Zelda when the very first randomizer tournament happened. I remember watching so many of the matches though and thinking it was absolutely amazing. But I didn't really get into it. I started getting into it right before the random percent tournament from 2 years ago. I think it was 2 years ago. Yeah, so that was when I started to get into it.
Okay, so we were around the same time, because I started in like fall 2016 playing the randomizer, really. So
okay, so a little before then.
Same time.
A little before then. Yeah, not too bad.
You were in that random percent tournament, weren't you?
I was,
okay.
And that was first opponent Unos, and
nice.
it was everything was 0% or 0 HP, and Ganon was not required. He just missed a sub 30. And he picked up exactly one. He picked up 1 heart because it spawned on him, and he was annoyed because he lost his beam sword.
That sounds like.
I still remember the race that I saw linked to, and I don't remember where I saw it. It was something in one of the channels somewhere. But I remember seeing a link to one race. It was a 7.5 minute victory.
That was the finals. That was the finals. Jam.
Yeah, it was the finals. Yeah.
Races.
It was the finals.
It was like the middle finals race because it was that random percent where we had an open 9, no force cannon type situation.
Yep.
And 7 minutes later, game 2 was over. It was like, okay, want to play another?
like Saver needs the help. Saver's already in 9. Oh, yes he is. We knew that.
Crystal Saver, another one of our 3-0 runners in this tournament. Somebody Cheshire could go up against next week.
That would be a good matchup.
I'm still salty that he beat me in the previous tournament because he Y-forced and I didn't. And it caused me to over-explore the useless dungeon. And I lost by 1 minute. I'm still salty about that. I need my revenge. I'm probably not going to get it, but I can still be salty about it.
According to him, he lost that tournament.
Yeah, well, he can count the number of tournaments he's lost on very few fingers.
That may be accurate. I can't say that from experience.
Alright, so Dark Falls does hear Ganon's roar, but still doesn't have the bow.
And doesn't know which room it is either. We know it was a bomb hole to the south, so this is not the room. It's the one
he can't. And I'm pretty sure he can't get there from this whole column because he had to take a staircase to go to the second column to go straight down.
Mm-hmm.
He still wants the bow though, so he's still exploring. And this is not where it is. We know it was a reverse C room.
Yep. And it's near the middle, as Cheshire was mentioning. It's an awkward way to get to it.
Yeah.
He's gonna have his path to Ganon though pretty quickly.
The Bow won the hide-and-seek competition today. Oh, and I got the direction wrong. It was northwest that he had to go, and he's actually there now. So bomb hole south.
Yep. For Ganon, if he goes south, he'll have the path, which is the only path. Yeah.
He didn't try bombing it though, which I find interesting.
Oh yeah, he had a door to his left.
Yeah, Zelda right there.
He's had a lack of bombs right now, from what I can see.
Yeah, that's true.
That would be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So at least he knows where to go. Like again, he doesn't need that path right now, but he knows where to be. But look at this map, man. He's only got like 7 more rooms to go.
Bombs. He wants bombs. Give him bombs.
Bombs, please.
Get those
We'll give him
globals.
nothing.
Nope. Yeah, there's literally like maybe 8 rooms left.
He may leave for more bombs.
Did we actually find a bomb shop? I don't think we saw that.
Yeah, we did. It was on Candle Row.
I found it about 1 minute into the season.
Okay.
That was, as far as I know, the only bomb shop.
Yeah, so when I saw, I didn't see how much were they. Do you
It was vanilla 20.
Yeah, it was 20. I remember that.
Yep.
Yeah, it was right there in the middle of Candle Row. There were 3 shops lined up right there, so I'm like, well, there's a shopping district.
It's odd that given all my bomb problems, I never went back to buy bombs because I was never in that area again. It literally had start and level 7 and nothing else.
I thought you might at one point, but then you found the darkness outside, and that was more convenient for obvious reasons.
It was. And without the recorder, it's all the way on Death Mountain, and who wants to walk that far? And yeah, it's never fun.
You mean it's not fun walking up Death Mountain?
I try to avoid it whenever possible.
Chessjerk is anti-exercise.
I am.
Yeah, I mean,
anyone who's seen me will know that's true.
Yeah, me too. I think I've seen you, and I think we look somewhat similar.
It's definitely someone who could stand to take a couple bouts on the treadmill every couple of days in a row.
Yeah, I think we look somewhat similar. So that I will echo that statement. I'm also anti-exercise. Now, what is going on here that we have Simon?
So Dark Falls has decided he's throwing in the towel, waving the white flag, and saying, "Yeah, I don't really want to keep wandering around this level 9 here." And unfortunately, Dark Falls has forfeited from the race. GG to both runners. It's tough when you've seen your opponent, be done for 10 to 15 minutes while you're still kind of trekking around.
I know that feeling all too well.
The interesting thing is the Chessjerk himself took about 13 minutes going through that level 9. So Dark Falls did the exact same thing, just slightly longer than Chessjerk did, and I must have gotten a little bit lost towards the end there and just didn't want to deal with it anymore, I'm guessing.
Yeah, when he got no bombs, he was trying to farm up the bombs to get to the other rooms that he needed to be, and when you're not getting the bomb drops, you really don't want to leave and come all the way back, and it's not fun. It's not fun at all.
We are enjoying better things to do with our time.
I was going to say, Dark Falls is in here, by the way. Dark Falls is in here,
yes.
By the way.
GG, Dark Falls.
You too, my friend. Well played. Great job.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was just annoyed at the end. Nothing was dropping bombs for me, and I didn't feel like going out to buy more, so it just wasn't worth the time.
Understandable.
Now, one of those bomb holes did lead to Gan. I'm sure you figured that out based on the rooms you were in. That it turns out there was only the one entry into Ganon's room from the north. The other ones, Chessjerk tried while inside the room without the bow. None of them opened, so there was only the one access point.
Oh, I knew where he was, and I kind of figured out how to get to him. I couldn't find the bow, and I didn't feel like looking around, because I knew where she was, I knew where he was. And then I just couldn't get bombs, so I said,
yeah.
Whatever.
So I think that the only question I might want to ask, just to sort of get into what was Dark Falls feeling at this moment, was when you finally went back to the hint shop and got the hint that the bow was in level 7 at about 50-ish minutes, I think. What was going through your mind at that point?
Yeah, I should have got him earlier. I was trying to save it until I got one more hurt to get the to test the bomb thing next to it, but I didn't have a good time to save and go back over to it. I was kind of I don't want to say metagaming, but I just didn't want to waste time against someone like chessjerk, who's just so good at this game.
It just turned out to look good for chessjerk in this case because he had a lot of money when he found that hint shop, and he bought those hints, all 3 of them immediately. So he had all the information from those 3 hints literally about, what was it, about 10 minutes?
Thereabouts. Probably even earlier than that.
Yeah, it's probably earlier because he went down to that area immediately as Dark Falls went over to the 3 Armos. But yeah, it was just the hints were a bit powerful. I mean, CJ was locked out of level 7 the first time, I believe, or maybe Dark Falls had found it. We thought you were going to make like the Cosmic Brain play Dark Falls, not even having the hint, but we're in level 7 super early. But the key situation, you didn't have any keys, obviously, because it was the first dungeon you went into, and it stopped you in your tracks in level 7. I think CJ might have done the same thing. You can correct me if I'm wrong. If you even went back, I actually don't know if you did.
It was a bomb block to start.
Yeah,
and I think I tried bombing and didn't get very far, so I figured I'd come back later with keys and other resources.
Yeah.
And then I found 1, 2, and 8 in my travels. So.
Yeah, and that's where both of you were doing that at the same time, basically 1, 2, and 8, and then all this, and then that knowledge of 7 really just sent you down 2 different paths for the next 30.
I was okay as far as combat goes. We had the red candle and stuff in dungeons wasn't too bad, other than the handful of wizards, but even they weren't.
Yeah, there weren't many wizards in this seed. Not many. They guarded the Triforce in 2, and not a whole lot else, I don't think.
I spent too much time in 8. I think that was probably one of my bigger downfalls.
Oh, I spent forever in 8, and finally found the ladder deep in there.
Yeah, you both were spending a decent amount of time in there. chessjerk had to do 2 runs into it. I think Dark Falls did 2 runs into it as well. You guys mainly full cleared that, so that wasn't where the time difference was for sure.
Well, I got both the bow block and the ladder block. I found locked out in the Chevy room with Goma, and then locked in the shutter door with Goma in a totally different room. Meanwhile, how many Gomas were in that level 8? They were everywhere.
At least,
oh my goodness,
4 or 5 at least.
At least, and with a bow and 9, you can't kill any of them.
and not just that, but there were other bosses that insisted on being fought too. They were in dead end rooms, and they shut the door as you enter. And it was like, "You will fight me." Nope, I'm out of here.
Yeah, those. I tend to think that the sort of bosses kind of follow each other around in this update of the randomizer. Where if you see a Goma in there, you're probably going to see like 4.
Yeah, that definitely does seem to be the case. But yes, I have to get going. So GG Dark Falls, and thanks for the commentary, and thanks for the restream and everything. And I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, what CJ said. Thank you both for stepping in and helping out.
Yeah, no problem. It's been fun.
Indeed.
Got a good match. Got a good 2-0 match here.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
So
I'm looking forward to the 2-1 and 3-0 next week as well.
Today did mark the end of week 3. The week 4 reveal will be tomorrow night at 9 o'clock on my channel. So swing on by, see what week 4 is going to hold for us all.
And I was actually just going to cover that very briefly as well, because there is still one more race going on right now, unless it's finished while we weren't paying attention. Let me get that in front of me here. We do have Antlers versus Jig Shake going on Speed Gaming main channel right now, so Speed Gaming without the number. That is our final race of week 3. And as for tomorrow's schedule, cheap. As Dark Falls said, that's the last one. So what I would like to do here is just cover some other events coming up on Speed Gaming for those who want to check out some of the other events on what is effectively a day off before going to Dark Falls' channel for the reveal at 9 o'clock tomorrow night. Bringing up the schedule, I can confirm that there is a Metroid, I think it's a Metroid 1 Zelda 1 combo randomizer going on I think it was Speed Gaming 5. I'm going to check that. Yeah, Speed Gaming 5 right now. So if you want to check that out, that's another option. We might end up hosting into that, or we may just rehost into one. We'll see. There's a Wind Waker randomizer race coming up at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Ultimate Decathlon is going on. There's a Kirby game in that tomorrow, so I might be interested in that, personally. Speaking of Kirby's Dream Land at noon, SMB3 randomizer, more Kirby. The Messenger is having a new tournament. We already had a tournament about a couple months ago for them. They're having another one, placement race tomorrow at 4 o'clock. That's just some of what's coming up on the schedule tomorrow. Go to speedgaming.org/schedule for more information on that. If you are watching on YouTube, All those races will be in a different list. You will probably find the Antlers race we just mentioned coming up next on this playlist, or maybe earlier in the playlist. We don't know yet. So with that said, I think this is a good place to wrap it up. Random Effect, any last thoughts from you today?
No, it's been fun. It's a great match, and looking forward to the last round of Swiss coming up next week.
And make sure, of course, to follow the runners as well. They put on a good show here and a good race, and they definitely deserve your support. And with that said, also follow my co-commentator, Random Effect, and our tracker for the day, who was Belmort79. And thank you for clicking the buttons for us today as well. And if you do want to give me a follow as well, I am Cyclone GU. Optional, don't have to. You can if you want to. I'll do something someday. Anyway, we are going to go ahead and wrap up. Make sure to also follow Speed Gaming and Speed Gaming 2 through 6, so 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And make sure to follow the Random Mania channels as well. They are our partners for this tournament. They are going to broadcast some of these races as well. We had one there earlier today, in fact. So you can follow them as well. Random Mania, I think it's Random Mania 2 through 4, if I remember correctly. So they will have some races in this tournament as well. Go ahead and give them a follow to check those out too. So again, I am Cyclone GU. I've been joined by Random Effect, who will get the final word here. I just want to wish you, chat, and viewers on wherever you're watching us. We couldn't do this without you either. You're just as important as any of us. Thank you for watching. Have a great evening or rest of your day, whatever the case may be, and you get the final word, Random Effect.
Happy Saturday night. Take it easy.